Hey everybody, my name is Tosh and welcome to my channel. So if you're watching this, then you read my little caption that said surgery in 2 days and I'm doing just fine. And that is the complete and honest and whole of the truth. It is February 12th, 2020, crazy, and I am going to go in for surgery on Friday. So 2 days. And I really am doing just fine. Now, that's not to say that I have been doing just fine this entire time, and that's the purpose of this video, is just to give you just a little bit of insight of what it's been like for me during this process. So to kick us off, it would be really helpful if you knew what kind of surgery I'm getting ready to have. So I am getting ready to have a total and complete thyroidectomy, which basically just means that they are going to cut open my neck and remove my thyroid gland, which sits like somewhere in here. I have a super enlarged thyroid gland naturally. Like baseline, I guess I was born with it. My thyroid is larger than what your typical thyroid would be. But compounded on top of that fact is I have a multinodular goiter, which basically means that I have multiple nodules in my thyroid that's helping it to be even more enlarged. I was diagnosed maybe 2 months ago, but I've been dealing with symptoms of it for almost, I would say maybe the last 2 to 3 years. And through the process of trying to figure out what in the heck is going wrong with me, some of the symptoms that I was experiencing were just ridiculous amounts of weight gain, random weight loss without trying, but mostly weight gain. The weight loss never outweighed the weight gain. I would have these really, really terrible sleeping patterns and menstrual cycles and stuff like that. And so I was always going back and forth to the doctor trying to figure out what was going on with me. And for a while, we had kind of settled on PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome. But I have this really amazing nurse that one day just talking to me was like, "Can you swallow really quickly?" And I don't know if you guys know how hard it is to swallow when someone asks you to swallow, but it's the most awkward thing. Watch, try it. Hey, swallow. Right? It's not easy. But anyway, then I had to go and get ultrasounds and a fine needle aspiration, which was the most unfun thing I've ever done. And it kind of came down to me having to have this thyroid removed. But the most intense symptom for me, and the reason for making this video, and also the reason why surgery should be a little more scary to me than it is because I am a singer, a vocalist. I am a worship leader at the best church in the world. And the thought of something cutting into your neck to remove something when so much of your vocal life is here in your neck region is scary. But the size of my thyroid has caused a lot of stress on my vocal structures. So one thing that I noticed in the last maybe 4 to 5 months was that my voice was getting really thin. The tone of my voice was very thin. I would lose my voice very quickly. There were things in my mind that I wanted to do vocally that I just could not produce physically. And so when we saw the ultrasound and my mentor and sister mom went with me, and when we were able to see the proximity of these nodules to my larynx, my trachea, things like that, it kind of started to make sense what was going on. I've always had a softer singing voice, but in the last 4 or 5 months, it would just seem to be thinning out. And so in order to preserve my vocal function, I will be undergoing this surgery, just to be on the safe side also, because some of the nodules did come back as potentially malignant. But the crux of this video is really just to encourage people, because I have been scared. I have been fearful. I have been panicked, but I happen to have been spiritually raised by the greatest pastor that a girl could ever ask for, in Bishop Nathaniel Holcomb, who has passed away and transitioned to the arms of God. But I am so grateful for his legacy of faith, because everything that I've ever learned from childhood to now, I had to implement. I had to use it. I had to lean on it. I had to be strong. And my pastor, his wife, Pastor Valerie Holcomb has been walking me through this, and I'm so grateful for the Holy Spirit, because she has had no idea this entire time what I've been going through, singing every Sunday, every Wednesday, up there going through difficulties and being in pain and being in fear that I'm not going to ever have the same voice that I have now. But she's currently, teaching us. She's a warrior in the Spirit, and she's taught us to war and to put on the whole armor of God. And I am so grateful to have had this test of my faith. And I'm so grateful to go into this surgery with nothing but faith and joy. And so for those of you who have been waiting for me to drop this video, waiting to know what in the heck is going on, that's where I am. I am in so much faith, and I'm just asking for my brothers and sisters to stand with me in faith, to be with me in spirit, because I know that God is a healer, and I'm prophesying right now that I will be better on the other side of this than I ever was before. So thank you guys. I will be trying to just kind of keep you guys in the loop as to what's going on, and kind of take you through my journey of recovery and coming back. So please subscribe to this channel so that I can keep you updated. I'm gonna try very hard not to make these videos super long. But if you have any questions that you want to know just about the process, about the thyroid, about what symptoms I was experiencing, if you want to know vocally what I was doing to kind of mitigate some of the issues that I was experiencing, please drop those questions below, and I will do my best to answer them in the upcoming videos. All right, guys, I love you. Be in faith, war in the Spirit, and trust God always. Love you.